Welcome back. This is Lysa Black, a heart healer, talking to you about soul sharing today, an authentic way for healers, intuitives, creatives to market your sacred healing services to be able to have an impact on the world while attracting your ideal clientele. This is the second episode, and I really appreciate if you have watched the first episode, and if you're coming back, I'm just so grateful to be able to speak to these sacred healers that are emerging all around the world. This is such an exciting time for us. There's never been such a sense of liberation and freedom and just so much receptivity in the world right now for your sacred gifts to emerge, be received, and for the right people to be able to seek you out and invest in your sacred art. What I want to share with you in the second episode is all around leaving a sacred trail. Now, I've mentioned this in the last episode, so if you heard me talking about leaving a sacred trail, I want to speak a little bit more into that for this episode. I don't think we really realize that when we're watching other people on YouTube and when we're actually following other people on Facebook, what we're actually doing is we're actually paying attention to the people that we feel are actually bringing the most value to our lives. And if you find yourself following certain people and really being drawn in by their message and really following them, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, what I want to suggest is that that is authentic marketing in action. Now, my word or my term for authentic marketing is soul sharing. I love talking about us gentle, gifted hearts giving ourselves permission to share the truth of who we really are in order to attract those who are seeking our exact expertise. Leaving a sacred trail is such a powerful way to think about marketing and attracting ideal clients. Now, the most important part for this is that you're really clear on, I guess there's two ways of doing this, okay? And I'm going to tell you the way that doesn't work anymore. And this was really prevalent, like, you know, maybe a year ago to 5 years ago. It was always about slapping our website on every image. You know how you go through Facebook sometimes and you kind of see these images that have got like watermarking and it's got lots of website links and it's got the branding and the like registered symbol or the copyright symbol, and it's everyone's prerogative to absolutely represent and copyright their work how they want. The trick is now is that if it looks really obvious, like you're actually creating content just to be able to market purely and not make a difference, people are very sensitive to that now. And we've been acclimatized to being marketed to for years now, and we're absolutely sick of it. What we actually want is we want to learn from people who are genuine, who are sharing their sacred healing gifts and actually willing to show up and make a difference in our lives before we even give them any money. And so what's really important is that any overt advertising and marketing that has your website listed, that has linked back to your Facebook page or on the actual image that you're promoting, what you'll actually find is that it probably is not going to be quite as appealing for people to click on. The way that I want you to think about it now is that from your Facebook account, every time that you bless a little post or an image to go out into the world, it actually is already connected to a sacred trail. The very existence of that post will actually have a link to your business name page that people can click on, and it will actually be 2 clicks until someone can get to your website. Now, when you show up in trust and you actually deliver really high quality, gorgeous content that you know will absolutely change and impact positively in the lives of everyone who's watching, what's actually going to happen is that those people who are really ignited and really touched by what you've shared are actually going to follow those links, and they're going to click through and they are going to come towards you. Now, I'm a big fan of Hitch, the Will Smith movie, and it's the 90-10 principle, and I just want to remind you of that moment where he's really training someone how to go in for the kiss, and he says go 90% of the way and then hold back. And I just think it's a really great analogy for marketing as well. In the last episode, I really spoke about sharing the very best, most valuable content, the exact same information that you're sharing with your clients. I want you to give yourself permission to share that with your marketing message, to actually put it into your posts, your blogs, your videos, your vlogs, all of that, your You're probably going to be doing emails out, Instagram posts, and they're the exact places that I want you to put that sacred information. And the reason why we want to be able to do that is so that people can actually recognize we've got the goods and they can walk closer to us. So leaving a sacred trail on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or anywhere that you're showing up on social media, remember that you already have your back covered. That if you have your pages organized in such a way that it is clear and consistent who you are and what you do and your website, I want to invite you, if you want a little challenge for the Soul Sharing series, is to go through and actually look at your social media sites and make sure that they're actually sharing the same bio, the same website, and the same clear message. The more your profile picture is actually the same picture of beautiful you, the more consistent it's going to make you look. And that's the real trick these days, is that if you can have messaging and branding and marketing that's really consistent, that will actually help people feel very assured of your professionalism, your credibility, your capacity to be able to help them. So, what do you think of this? Have you thought about going through all your social media accounts and making sure that you've got the same profile picture? Have you thought about letting go of putting the watermark of your website onto your Facebook posts and just giving them a glorious, magnificent image, and trusting that the people who really resonate with your message actually know they are 2 clicks away from walking closer to you? This is an act of trust. And why I love that is that it's an act of faith. And the more we can faithfully show up feeling really certain and secure in our skill set, really in love with our own messaging and the beautiful way that we deliver our work in the world, the more you're going to see the beautiful people who do resonate with exactly what you do walk towards you. And that's my desire for you. This world actually needs someone like you, and the more you can actually show up and share the truth of who you are, the easier it is for those who are seeking you to walk towards you. So if you liked this, I'd really love it if you could give it a thumbs up. If you are liking this series, that would just mean a lot to me. It's a new conversation, and if you want to hear more about the Soul Sharing series, please do subscribe. I would love to share more about how you can become more recognized and sought out for your sacred healing art.